Hello and welcome to another Battletech tips and tricks video. This is part 3 in an ongoing series of videos that I'll be posting. Now if you haven't watched my previous part 1 and part 2 videos, I recommend watching those before watching this one, as they directly correlate to what you're going to be seeing today. Now what this video is about is my Brawler Mechs. Whenever I go into a mission, I have at least 2 Brawler Mechs, and what I consider a Brawler Mech is a mech that can deal high amounts of damage. So short range weapons are preferred. So this current mech that you're looking at currently fields 2 SRM4s, a medium laser, 2 small lasers, and a large laser. Now this large laser right here doesn't really matter, and it's really just I ran out of energy hard points, so it was just another way to put out a little bit more damage. But yeah, the whole reason for this mech is just to deal as much firepower as you can get. Now the exact mech you're looking at right now is a Dragon DRG-1N heavy mech, which is 60 tons, but you can use pretty much anything that has a lot of hard points. The Hunchbacks are really good Brawler Mechs. Even a Jenner can deal a lot of damage early on, if that's all you really have in the beginning. It's like a Jenner or a fire starter. That's fine. Blackjack is also really good. Those can, you can put like 4 medium lasers on there and an AC5 or AC10, something like that. But the current mech that you're looking at is just SRMs, medium lasers, large laser. Now I really like SRMs. They do a lot of damage. The current ones that you're looking at right now, I have +2 damage on my SRMs. Those are fairly common to see in the shop. So I recommend every time you arrive at a new planet to always check the shop and see what they're selling. Try and look for plus weapons, but pretty much anything will work. Even one of the best brawler weapons out there is like a medium laser. Those deal 25 damage and they only cost 1 ton. There's a Hunchback that can field like 6, I think, or maybe even 7 medium lasers, and that's really strong. SRMs are also really good because they can do quite a large amount of damage for their tonnage. A good example is like this SRM4. It does 8 damage times 4 missiles. Each one of those missiles can deal 8 damage, and it only takes up 2 tons, so that can be quite a lot of damage. So just pick whatever close range weapons. It doesn't really matter how far they shoot, as long as they deal a lot of damage for low tonnage. Now a good thing about this very specific mech is it can move very fast for a heavy mech, and it has a decent amount of armor, so that's why I personally chose the Dragon. But let me show you a couple other mechs that I use for brawlers, just to give you an example. And pretty much you don't have to copy these mechs weapon for weapon. Just know that the idea of brawling is to have a decent amount of armor, get up close and personal, and have a high alpha. So I'm going to show you the Hunchback. This is another good mech, but it's a little bit hard to find sometimes because there's so many different variants. But yeah, this one, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 medium lasers. That's quite a lot. And if you're going to field this many medium lasers, make sure to back it up with a lot of heat sinks. Now, for this very specific Hunchback that you're looking at, I almost maxed out the armor. I'm only short a little bit on the legs. And that's because, if you're a brawler, you're going to... These are the mechs that are going to be in the front. They're going to be taking the brunt of the enemy onslaught, so you want to have as much armor as possible. Now with this exact tactic, when you add this video with the other two videos that I previously posted, you will notice that it's a bit easier to take out enemy mechs, because a lot of the times they won't be doing anything. You'll be putting them prone on the ground. But armor is still very important, even if your enemies aren't reacting to you as much. Now let me show you another mech, another good example. Now I just recently obtained this mech the other night, if it would load, and it's the Orion. It's a very bulky mech. So right here I'm showing you the ON1K heavy mech, which is 75 tons. That's really big, almost an assault mech. And what I put on this is AC-20 and 4 medium lasers. Now if you're ever going to use AC-20, please take note that the ammo is very small per ton. You get 5 shots each ton, so I recommend having at least bare minimum 2 tons of ammo for an AC-20. I'm sure you can get by with less, but I still like to have that little bit of cushion. So I tend to not put AC-20s onto anything lighter than a Hunchback. Now, please keep in mind, you don't have to use AC-20. Medium lasers really do just an equally fine job. So you don't need a heavy mech to be a brawler. You can have a medium mech be a brawler, like a Hunchback. And early on in the game, even your lights are fine, as long as you just have those medium lasers, or whatever you can get to bring that firepower bar up. So what this mech's primary goal is, after my missile and my sniper mech has made a mech prone on the ground, I use my brawlers to very specifically shoot out the legs, which is why I need 2 brawlers for this tactic to work, because enemy mechs have 2 legs, and after you've destroyed both legs, you basically have defeated that mech. And usually that can be done in 1 round. You can take out an enemy mech, and this works even against assault mechs. So of course, with assault mechs, they're going to have more armor, so you're going to want to make sure you have quite a lot of firepower to take out those legs. But yeah, so that's the end of this video. Stay tuned for part 4, where I'll actually take you into a campaign scenario and showcase the actual strategy on how this strategy works. So if you like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you really like this video, please consider hitting subscribe so you can stay tuned with the future content that I put out. And if you really like this video, please consider contributing to my Patreon for even just $1 a month. That would really help me to create and grow this channel. But please keep in mind, that's not required. Even just watching the video is already enough for me, and I greatly appreciate if you've made it this far. I greatly appreciate your view. Thank you, and until next time, take care.